Hi, I'm Lynda Smith, and I am a lecturer in the engineering school here at Stanford. In particular, I have the opportunity to teach global entrepreneurial marketing, and I'm part of the Fenwick and West Educator program. That's my favorite part of my job. And then I also have a day job where I am actually the Chief Marketing Officer, which is also a great job. Chief Marketing Officer for a startup in the city called Twilio. How did I get to Stanford in the School of Engineering? Really, it started back, I think, 7 or 8 years ago. I had the opportunity to meet Tom Kosnick, who is one of the professors that I get to work with, and he actually had 2 of my heads of product management as students back in the Global Entrepreneurial Marketing program, and they linked us up, and it was a great opportunity for me to get involved with Stanford, and I have had the opportunity now to be teaching in the winter and spring courses ever since then, and so it's been a great partnership. So I have been doing the full end-to-end process of marketing now for way more years than I would ever want to admit. But the reality is, it really got me excited. It was an area that I could apply so many different things to. I loved psychology. I loved how people think. I had a creative bent. I loved the creative aspects of what marketing provides. I had business background and had graduated from a business school and just loved how all of it had come together. It was the creative, it was the psychology, it was the business. And it has been fascinating to watch what's happened across marketing across those many years of my career. And the biggest change, I would say, that we have seen is really what's happened with the whole advent of social. The web was kind of a cool new thing, and we all thought that was the big thing. But now with social, it has completely changed how we market. It's changed from how we gather information and requirements and understand our marketplace. We have so much more access than we ever did. It has changed the way we fundamentally reach out and communicate with the audiences that we're trying to work with. It's changed the nature of selling. We can actually leverage customers to do so much more around the selling. And it's really changed how we're supporting customers as well. So, in terms of my opportunity, I've gotten to see marketing from back in the old days of it was all about control and learning how to control the message and was the more traditional marketing, to getting to play in that wonderful web world that came around, which is still a part of it, now into the social. So it's been a vastly interesting journey, and I'm passionate about marketing. Well, I like to think of the things as not maybe completely failing, but if you were to ask me one that got close to the failure brink, was working for a company here, a startup company, and it became clear that what we had to offer became very commoditized in the marketplace. And we were in a price battle with our competitors on an everyday basis, and we hadn't even crossed the chasm yet. It was still a very new area. Because of that pre-commoditization, we had to shift strategies. And one of the things I've always been very involved with as a marketer is the company strategy, the market strategy, really kind of that upfront part of the end-to-end process. And so had the responsibility for helping the company shift and change the strategy. So we moved up the stack, so to speak, if you're a software follower, and we went from being just a core technology to having a full solution, a whole product. That went really well. We got the right product, got it to market, was really well received. The piece that was an experiment that didn't maybe work as well as I would have liked it to is that we also had to shift our selling from being an indirect sales team to a direct sales team. And what I really learned out of that is when you change a strategy as fundamentally as we did, everything has to hit. And while we took precautions to try to make sure that everything would hit, we didn't finely tune it enough. So it was a great lesson learned. The end game was fine. The company did wonderfully. It's now an over $1 billion revenue company. So at the end of the day, it was a happy story. I think I would label myself probably more of an innovator. And the reason for that is the fact that I love solving the really tough business problems. And so in doing that, you can do that at any stage of the life cycle of a company. And I think when you look at innovation, for a company to be successful, it needs to be continually innovating. So I like that process of solving the tough problems through innovation. I think entrepreneurship is fascinating. It's why I work in an early stage startup. But when I think of what my own skills are and my own love, it's really that constant innovation as opposed to just innovation at the front end.